The essence of Darkfest is exactly the same as it was when I first started riding as a kid, piling up jumps, seeing what was possible, trying to learn new tricks. Now we're on a pretty worldwide level with the biggest jumps and inviting some of the best riders that have ever been over to come and ride them and giving everyone a platform to see what's possible and entertain mountain bike fans and hopefully inspire kids around the world. So Darkfest is the same as always. The main reason behind the event is just to push the limits and see exactly what's possible, you know, and it's a perfect location, perfect hill, perfect dirt that we can just absolutely go crazy. Myself and Clemens Caudela, a famous trail builder from Austria, one of the best digger drivers in the world, have been out here. We built the jumps the last 4 years.
Basically my job here is only to build good jumps. I don't have to do any organization work, so that is actually like a holiday for me.
This year we kind of just had to uncover them because they were all covered up last year. There was sort of minimal damage from the winter of rain.
Does look alright. Man, I'm frothing for a few good moves on this last jump.
So obviously a lot of hard work has to go into the course. It's got to the point now where it's beyond any size I ever thought was actually ever possible, which obviously brings a lot of hard work to build and maintain the jumps. So we just come out for a special 2 weeks where we maintain the jumps beforehand. So we spend like 3 weeks building the course. Then we have 2 weeks where all our favorite riders and friends from around the world come out and we kind of set them loose on the course and see what they can do.
The process of building a jump or building a line like we do here is, first of all, you have to have the vision, obviously, and you have to be clear about what actually you want to build. And then you have to imagine it right, what could be the right terrain, where to place what. You could, in theory, do a 3D drawing and some mathematics behind it and blah, blah, blah. We do it like a handwork, you know, like it's more experience. We go for rough measurements and then we start just building, and kind of like an artist. You slap some dirt here, you slap some dirt there, and you look at it and you measure it a little bit. And at the end of the day, there is the jump that you wanna ride, and then you have to ride it. And then you see if it's good or not.
Ikey's turned up for a couple laps too. Yeah, how scary is it just sat at the top? Like, you know it's just the shark fins, but you also
never know, eh?
You also know what's further down.
Whoa!
To be able to ride the Darkfest line, I think you need quite a few skills. You definitely need to master jumps, especially big jumps. It's a little bit different, and high speed and sort of technical, almost downhill riding, because you have to be very precise in some spots to carry the speed, and then you have to also be very strong to handle the compression at the bottom of the big takeoff and the heavy impacts, especially if something goes a little bit wrong. And then there's the trick aspect as well, which a lot of the guys bring through as well. You need to be pretty wild in the air. And yeah, I love the Darkfest course because it brings all those things together and challenges you as a rider on so many different levels.
Yes, Sam.
Alrighty fellas, I'll see you on the other side of the valley in a couple minutes.
Yeah, boy.
Send it.
Oh! Woo! Juicy!
Send it.
Oh! Dude, as I was going down in the road, it just slipped back in and I was like, "Wah!" Wow, that's so naughty.
2017, I rode Darkfest for the first time. Darkfest was probably the biggest breakthrough of my mountain bike career. Been a professional mountain biker since then. Absolutely no complaints.
Usually we do the event in February and then it's like 40 degrees every day and we're actually furiously watering the jumps to make them more durable. But now we're doing it in May because of COVID. So the weather is actually nicer, there's less wind, but every now and again there's a bit of rain. So obviously the Saturday before the event week, Murphy's Law kicks in and yeah, now there's a big storm coming.
The good spot is, man.
All the new perfect pristine surfaces that we spent 2 weeks building are going to be at risk from being washed away completely. So we've run down the whole course this afternoon, found as many tarps as we can, covered it all up, and hopefully that'll give us the best chance to save the jumps ready for event week next week.
We can steer it. Left, left.
Now the rain can come. We're prepped, better be safe than sorry. Built the nicest jumps in the world, so yeah, looking forward to ride them on Monday or Sunday, or as soon as we can ride them actually.
It's difficult enough as it is to get all the riders together from around the world at the same time in the same place. And this year we've got the extra challenge of COVID. The rules are all sort of a bit weird and unclear, and yeah, there's a few things you need, like a PCR test to travel internationally, and yeah, then you have to take them just before you fly, and sometimes the results don't come through. So everything's a little bit difficult, but either way. Obviously we have to comply with a few rules because of the global pandemic. Everyone's in the same house. We test everyone before they come in. All we got to do is go up there and ride the jumps together. So we're all in one big bubble. We're lucky in that way.
You're real negative. Woo. Bring on Darkfest.
It's a bit of a Darkfest tradition, yeah. On day one, everyone gets a speedy old haircut. And we just sort of see what happens. Have you seen the Endo's one? It's got the nice tiger scar on the side and the triangle.
For the boys.
The family we have here at the event, we know each other pretty good, which it makes it even more interesting. The facility to be able to ride big jumps in good conditions and with friends, it's a vibe that creates a lot of happiness in all of us, I think. And this is the way to enjoy the event. Just be with friends, do your thing, and push your limits because you want to push it for yourself, not for no one else, you know?
Looks ready to go maybe sooner.
Yeah. Well, they're ready.
Yeah, let's help so it's sooner.
It's ever so wet, and we're just on a tight time schedule, so we're bringing in a few tools to try and speed up the drying process, and yeah, we want to get riding as quick as possible, so nothing is too outrageous to try and get it going. Oh, look at that, eh? Dry as a bone. Ironically, we almost need to water that, but that did a great job. Did exactly what we wanted to do. There's definitely a few wet spots down the course, which are going to need a bit more serious work. So a few of the boys are in the diggers, trying to chop that up, pack it in as quick as they can and dry it out. And yeah, we're just up here hand doing some bits that we can.
Pure darkness actually got me into wanting to send backflips and stuff on my bike when I was a little kid. And now I'm in South Africa riding Darkfest, you know, where it all came from.
You know, it's like a stupidly big gap when there's a track going through the middle of it. That way, not even straight through. Calm. Yeah. Looks too good. So wild. That's actually freaking crazy.
I think everyone's quite stoked. It's nice seeing everyone's first reactions. It's always pretty rad. So yeah, I think everyone's quite stoked.
Pure Darkness laid the foundation for my bike career, and it's actually been a lifelong dream to come and ride this event.
That lip is like bass boosted.
Yeah.
So looking at the course from in person to seeing all the videos is the scale of things. Things don't look that big on camera, but when you actually stand in front of a lip that's 7 meters tall, it doesn't even look real. It just doesn't look to scale. Like you stand at the bottom of it, okay, that's still really far away. Just you're going way too fast at jumps that are way too big, but it works perfect. The boys have killed it.
It's D-Day. It's 5 to 8 on Monday morning. We spent the whole of yesterday drying the jumps out. Unfortunately, they're dry and ready to go. So that means this morning it's on, which is always a scary feeling. Even after like, I don't know, 3 years of doing this, it never, ever gets any less scary. So yeah, I have no idea how I'm gonna work through the day. I love it actually when people say like, oh dude, you're so fearless. Like you just blast over those jumps. You're like, no, I'm fighting the whole day through some fear.
Look at that.
Ready to send?
That's good coffee. Get ready to get fired up.
When the riders arrive is usually when we are very tired because we had a lot of course building done, but then there's the fresh energy coming and the excitement, it gets you going.
Everyone loves what they do here and everyone is keen to ride 2 weeks of bigger in South Africa. We just wait for the perfect weather and then we go full send.
So how do you decide who goes first?
Well, kind of like I feel quite responsible for having everyone here. So I will if no one else wants to. But if someone wants to, it's completely ready for anyone. I honestly don't know this year. Not like last year, yeah. You absolutely cruised in. Oh! Sam Hodgson! Legend! First time at Darkfest, first run down the course. Just launched off the 19, opened it up for everyone. Legendary move.
In my head I was like, yeah, a test run would be good. And then I dropped in and the speed happened. There's no slowing down. So yeah, then hit the 90. So I'm stoked. Feels insane. Can't wait to hit it again.
Windy here, it's not bad.
Actually, I thought I was gonna disaster case, and I was just perfect. Whoa! Oh! Oh my god! Dude! Huge stream! Dude, you alright?
So deep, bro.
The special aspects about this line here at Darkfest is the variety. It features everything. The shark fins, road gaps, The 90 footer is like a very long jump. You have playful features like the twisty wizard. You have left hips, right hips. And then what the line also does, it has like 2 reset points where the hip is 1. So whatever you do, you land the hip, you can go on to the next feature. And same is for the rocket launchers. So you just have to land the step up and then you can go on. It's not like you have to be completely precise. It's a little room for error there is. Every type of rider can have fun. If you just want to do whips, you will have the best time. If you want to do tricks, you will have the absolute best time. And if you just want to go as big as possible and get the highest air, you will have the time of your life.
Jack Attack MCB is he's got so hyped up from everyone riding, he wanted to have a go at the step up, so I don't know, I think he's got it. Nice, buddy. Look at you, brother. Crying.
Oh my, that's crazy.
Oh yeah. Yeah, what a great way to end the session. Jack Attack sending it on the step up, got away with it, made it look pretty easy.
Failed one before, but we were too scared to tell you. But he went again, he got toted by Sea Dog and he made it.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God. Okay, well, tell him I say well done, and tell him he has a rugby match at 3.
My legs are gonna be dead by then, but okay.
Okay, baby, love you, Maggie.
Yeah, love you too.
Darkfest to the mountain biking community is one of those like once in a lifetime events where you get to push yourself in the best environment possible. It's not the pressure of a competition, it's all the freedom of having people around you who are like-minded and of a similar skill level that you can really go beyond your limits. You can't, even if you had jumps this big in your backyard, you wouldn't hit them every day. It's too dangerous. You need that group mentality to psych yourself up. And so having an event like Darkfest where the vibes are right, the people there are encouraging, and yeah, it is once in a lifetime.
Some of the boys have got some pretty big tricks in their minds, so we brought the digger up just to fluff the landing up a bit. But because we don't need to carry speed, we can actually soften this one up, make it a bit more inviting, let's say, to have a crash on, so some boys can try a few ridiculous moves.
Tubeless, we pull it back on.
I love it, eh? Yeah, let's do another one. What an amazing first day at Darkfest. These boys absolutely sent it, and we had an amazing time. Massive carnage, huge crashes already, huge tricks already. Not quite down the whole course, we've done top to step up, but Hodgie just opened this drop here, and next up are the 2 massive rocket launches at the bottom, which we're going to open up hopefully first thing tomorrow morning, so we've best go get our sleep tonight, but I've got a feeling everyone's going to be a bit hyped, so you might have to have a couple beers.
To get to this level, it takes a lot of dedication. You need to be able to commit. If you're hesitant, it's gonna go badly for you. So the type of people here, like Sam Hodges, who said he just was so excited to do the first jump, he didn't stop and kept going. It takes that full commitment, you know? And you have to believe in yourself. I mean, that's key with all of these guys. They think they can. And if they don't have that, then they're getting nowhere.
Yeah, see? Yeah! Most rewarding feeling ever. Everyone having a good time on track.
A bit of water on both legs.
Lines open and yeah, just got a session.
Big laps, dude. It's going off. I reckon once the wind hooks around, a bit of T2Bs.
At the event, every rider pushes his limits, and when you see someone else doing something, it pushes your limits as well. So you're always like friendly competing with yourself and with the others.
Yes, got you. Losing a bit of speed there.
Losing a bit of speed.
And you're good.
Seems to be a problem.
Yeah.
It's so hard on bicycles because it's hard to get bigger. I mean, you need such a mountain, you need such amount of work to make the jumps smooth and big and safe enough. On dirt bikes, it's way easier. You just go full gas and you get bigger anywhere you want. On bicycles, you need ideal weather, ideal jump line, ideal speed. Everything must be ideal because the bike is more sketchy than dirt bikes. But I think on a bicycle you can do more.
Simon, are you looking for snakes?
No, I'm making a feedback track. We are ready. We are ready. Hey, come help me out, my leg's fucked. Ah! My femur's fucked!
Injury is just part of it. I remember it well from literally that jump down the bottom 2 years ago. And you kind of just feel like you've let everyone down almost, like when everyone runs over and makes sure you're okay, and then they have to spend an hour taking you to hospital. You feel like you're ruining everyone else's session. You feel like, oh, I've blown it, I've made it look dangerous, or I've made other people not excited. But watching Ike, I could see him go through all those emotions too. He was like, oh, I'm so sorry guys, I'm so sorry, but that's not what it's about, you know, like we we saw him go for it, and we loved the fact that he went for it, and we just actually gutted that he couldn't ride anymore with us. You know, that's the saddest thing about it.
You can't accept it, you know. At least you can tell the chicks that you were doing a flip, you know. All I can say is I overshot a jump. So.
But injury is part of it. We all know that's what brings us all together, and that's the excitement, is overcoming the danger and the risk, and that's why we love it. That's why it's so exciting, and maybe we're a bit weird because of that, but hopefully we can keep doing it until our bodies can't take it anymore.
There's costs to everything, and I think part of that feeling of being insane, you gassed and stoked, is the balance of the fact that you aren't frickin' in a pile and you got away with it. I think that's definitely the balance of anything, and we all push it for sure, and that's pushing whatever you want to call it, progression and the sport and ourselves. But of course there's consequences. Definitely you've just got to be wise enough to know how hard to push it. But I think everyone pushes it a bit far sometimes, and you end up hurt, but from that you end up a bit wiser. So the next time you might be, you know, doing whatever, you know when to reel it in. But unfortunately I think you've got to learn that the hard way, which we all do. But yeah, I think that's the one. It's just got to keep the balance. When you put sort of a bunch of dudes that just want to go crazy and send it together, the guaranteed progression of everything is just absolute, for sure, you know. So I think really it just lays foundations for what's next.
Oh my God, I almost died.
So yeah, we're halfway through the week, and once again a huge rainstorm has popped up in the forecast for tonight and tomorrow. So along with our nice men here, we're packing up the course once again so it can survive the rain. Then we can whip it straight back off and ride again in a couple of days when it stopped raining. So yeah, been raining for another 2 days. We're gonna go inspect the damage now and yeah, see what can be done, see what we need to do.
Freeride is kind of whatever you want it to be, so that's like why we're here at Darkfest as well. We're more of a team. Rather than competing against each other, we're kind of all competing together to push our own limits and to push the limits of the sport up here with the biggest jumps ever made.
When Sam told me the event was happening 3 weeks ago, a month ago, I was like, yeah, it's on. So everything came back to my mind, like, what do you want to do? This. You want to? I wanted to front flip the 90 since last year, but last year I was like, I'm not doing it because I wasn't ready.
Coming to somewhere like this makes me realize what is possible. Even, you know, I don't even realize yet, but I know puts the stepping stones in place for what's next in my life and what I want to do and ride and build and blah blah blah, and I think it does the same to everyone else. So yeah, it's like a spider's web of excitement.
So it feels like you come to a Darkfest and you hang out with all these guys for 2 weeks, you end up with friends for life. Like you bump into them in any part of the world and be able to hang out and chat and ride. And it's just like making friends forever, it's the best.
We have the mega epic pitback session because the dirt is perfect. It's just nice and tacky and a bit slippery here, so it's a bit of a challenge. Yo! It's such an exciting way to warm up for riding later, you know, like it's just pure joy and like laughter, you know.
See the whole.
Crashed.
Oh.
Well, that didn't go to plan. Oh, good. Feels good. There's a lot of airtime, so let's fucking go again. My wrist. Let's just go. Let's just go.
Ready?
Yeah! Oh! I smashed my face so hard.
It's never fun to see someone go down. If someone can get away with it, it's usually Adolf. And yeah, but this time, unluckily, he broke his wrist. So I don't know. Hope it's not too bad. Hope he can be back soon. Hopefully, it's like a couple of weeks only. But yeah, by the look of his helmet, it took an only one.
It escalates in a good way because these guys all feed off of each other and they all encourage each other. So before you know it, everyone has psyched each other up. They want to do their hardest tricks. It's a really, really cool environment because it's not competitive in a mean way at all. It's just everyone gets so excited because they want to do their best and they want to have fun.
Yeah, boy! You shouldn't stop. What the just on? Oh my god! Oh. Get in there! Yes, dude! Yes, dude! Yes, been there! Fucking animal, bro. You're alive! You're alive!
In the heat, rocked it, flying through the air over 100 feet. That is a new world record, you guys. The previous world record was set back in
I put lots of pressure to myself for that one, and it paid off. I mean, I've been working in my mind to be able to do that. Just to win, to be no fear, you know?
When we built these jumps last year, we thought, that's it, you know, like we've kind of maybe maxed it out. Like people weren't doing quite so good tricks on it. We kind of thought, gosh, maybe this is it, you know? And then this year, everyone came back, fresh blood, fresh ideas, and people changed the game, I think. And I think that just means we haven't found the limits yet, and we're gonna keep searching and see what happens.
So after a long old week of riding massive jumps, tonight is our kind of last night. So we're having a big old barbecue, or braai as it's called here in South Africa, up at the Hell's End Dirt Jumps. And yeah, we're gonna end off the week with a few prizes and have a good time.
There's no limit, you're never done. You know, there's always another trick and another jump to send it. I think some of the boys have pushed it an insane distance, but there's always more for sure, like BMW's front flip and everything like that. It just progresses that sport, another stepping stone. I feel like maybe we're the next generation that are seeing slightly older ones send it crazy, and to us now, we've got to try and see what we can do with it. I think there's a lot in for the sport of freeride mountain biking in the future, definitely.
There's no script to Darkfest, there's no script to freeride. The only thing that's a guarantee is to expect the unexpected. Obviously I expected a few things to happen this year. Some things I had no idea what was going to go on, and it completely blew my mind, which is why it's awesome, why it's so fun every year, and hopefully we can continue many years into the future.
We're going to see Ike. The hospital, he's just been chilling there for a few days. So we're gonna go see him. Sick poster for Ike. Pretty cool, huh? Now, let's get. Oh shit! I hope he doesn't join me.
So we've just
finished up the session, which was completely ridiculous. But Bienve just did a front flip that we're pretty sure is absolutely a new world record. Considering the jump is 90 foot and you went a little deep, I think this is a new world record. But we got the measuring tape out. I'll hold it right here on the takeoff point. And we're gonna see how big this front flip is. I got a feeling it's bigger than 90 feet. I don't know if it's gonna hit the magic 100. It could be the first ever 100-foot front flip, which is taking the level right up a notch.
So we have a mark in here. I'm gonna tie this as much as I can and go down. We choose 30 meters and 38 centimeters to be exact, but I believe if we do this, yeah, it's 30. So 30 meters, guys. Woo!